everyone, it's Mr. Canfield. So today we're going to look at derivatives using technology. This is going to be really short. I'm going to show you one thing for how we find derivatives using the TI-84 and 84 plus, 83. I don't even know, does anyone have an 84? I'm rambling. Okay, so first you need a calculator. Surprise. Okay, so you have your calculator. So let's say we want to find f prime of -2. Now there is a way for us to find this derivative, and then so we could find f prime, and then after we get that we'll plug in -2. Or if it's a calculator question, all we got to do is go math button, go all the way down until you see n derive. If you click enter on that, all right, I'm going to show you the fancy way, and then I'm going to get out a math print and show you the less fancy way. So it says d over d, and we want to put the letter that we care about. So we call this d dx. This is another form that we can write derivatives. A lot of times we'll say dy dx. You can also just say d dx. And then we're going to type in our function. So that's x to the 4th plus 3x to the 3rd minus 5x squared minus 6x, and then it says x equals, and that's saying, hey, what are we plugging in? Okay, so there we go. Now we should probably use our intuition and see that the answer is actually 18. The calculator does a limit where it's like plugging in things really close, like we did using that table earlier on in the school year, and that's actually how it finds this. So it's doing that slope of a tangent line or slope of a secant line closer and closer, and that's why sometimes we get what we call round off error. So it's the computer didn't do a perfect job. Okay, so the answer is 18. The other way that we can handle this is if we go in and we push, let's just say we have an older calculator. This worked like for the TI-83s. I need to have it in classic print mode. Okay, so now if I go and push the math button and go all the way down to n derive, you'll notice it doesn't have that pretty little setup. And so the order for this is you write the function first. So we're going to write x to the 4th plus 3x to the 3rd minus 5x squared minus 6x. So we typed in the function, then you type a comma, which is right here. It's above the 7. So you push comma, then excuse me, then we type the variable. So sometimes what can happen is you could have multiple letters up here. Oh, getting a phone call. Okay, sorry about that. So the x, and then so yeah, there are times you might have multiple letters in there, and each of them actually stand for numbers that you can store in the calculator. Really cool thing. If you ever want to figure out how that works for some reason, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Okay, so anyway, so we typed in the function, comma x, comma the number we care about, so -2. It does the exact same thing. This is just a different way that it displays it, and this is what the older calculators will show. TI-89 is a little bit different. You use the function keys to the top. Honestly, it's better. So the thing that we can't do, that TI-89 can do, is the TI-89 can actually find the derivative of this without needing an x value. So it'll actually find f prime is equal to, so in this case, like 4x cubed plus 9x squared minus 10x minus 6. Like it would find that for you, which for this is like, who cares? But then for something like example 2, this has some derivatives we might not know how to do yet, or like how to handle, and it's going to be able to do it for us. Also, doing this derivative by hand would be terrible, wouldn't it? I think that means that it's time for us to move in to different techniques of integration. Integration, yep, not differentiation. Wow. All right, next video, we're gonna do techniques of differentiation. Woo!